Well, hello and welcome back to the Andrew Eborn Show with me, Andrew Eborn. I'm going to go all the way down under again to meet up with Sev Clarke. How are you doing, Sev?
Good to be back in. Good to see you too.
It's always a thrill. I'm always impressed with that pile of papers behind you. What's that all about?
That's my mess, but it's a creative mess.
It's all very good. Well, what we've been doing, Sev, in this series is we've been looking at some of the key problems, drilling down into what those issues really mean, but also on a more positive front, looking at some of the solutions we've been exploring. Now, tell me about today's issue. What are we looking at?
We're looking at ways to separate carbon dioxide from other gases. You can call it, or I call it, greenhouse exhaust gas reclamation. There have been a lot of other methods, but they all use what I regard as unsustainable or polluting or too energy intensive measures. I think I found a way which is really easy to understand and only uses water. And I think that's quite nice.
Oh, it sounds more than quite nice. Sounds particularly delicious, I have to say, as a solution. So talk to me then about the problem. What problem are we actually addressing?
Okay, the big problem is carbon dioxide generated by industry, which is typically vented to the atmosphere at no financial cost or penalty. Now, methane is often also flared from gas oil platforms and some refineries. The high cost of carbon dioxide separation from either natural gas or flue stacks, and the much higher cost of carbon capture and storage are disincentives to emissions reductions. Most methods of carbon dioxide capture from either the atmosphere or flue stacks are both costly and or inefficient.
Costly and inefficient, two words we want to avoid if at all possible. We want effective and cost efficient, which is good. So what is your solution?
Okay, well, this solution brings in quite a lot of other people's technologies as well, some of them invented in the UK. One of those is a thing called a no moving part fluidic oscillator. Now, these things can generate same size microbubbles at what is probably the lowest energy cost. And microbubbles are key to this technology. In the reverse of opening a can of soda or soft drink, such microbubbles can be used to extract the carbon dioxide content of the gas into the water. This process works rapidly without the need for heat, artificial absorbent chemicals, or additional water. It works because carbon dioxide is much more water soluble than other flue gases such as nitrogen, oxygen, carbon monoxide, and methane. Slightly reducing the pressure on carbonated water, as we all know, can then generate 94% pure carbon dioxide recyclably. So you can use the water over and over again. Should acidic gases eventually contaminate the water, like sulfur dioxide, these can be separated individually, again, using these special microbubbles, using the isothermal distillation capabilities of microbubbles containing hot, often wasted gas. So it's a nice use of British technology to solve a world problem.
British technology to solve a world problem. So what is the method?
Okay, the gas for separation may need its particulate contents removed by cycloning and or to be cooled a bit by either a radiator or a countercurrent heat exchanger or evaporative cooling, things we all know about. The typically lightly pressurized flue gas is fed in through the fluidic oscillators to become microbubbles in a stack of trays, each holding less than a centimetre of water. This water becomes carbonated and is progressively removed whilst the residual gas is led away for further processing or is vented. Decarbonisation generates 94% pure carbon dioxide that may then be used either directly in, say, a greenhouse or a bottling plant, or be purified by compression to liquid form or be vented or used as a residue. So that's the basic method. Really simple stuff.
Oh, really simple stuff. We always like really simple stuff. So talk to me then about the net benefits.
Well, larger businesses or sites generating significant point source carbon dioxide will be able to capture the CO2 content themselves of their emissions. This might then be used locally or be compressed and transported to market. Carbon dioxide separation units, mounted perhaps in shipping containers, could be aggregated or moved as required. The methane, compressed natural gas or liquefied natural gas co-product of natural gas separation might then be used to power remote sites, so we don't have these stranded assets where they just burn or vent their methane. So it gives you a double benefit to those industries which produce the methane, so that they can recoup their costs and indeed make profits from it.
And I think that's one of the key points, isn't it? Is that it's not a bad thing to want to make money, is it?
Not at all. It's the way to get things done so it doesn't come out of the public purse.
And I think when we're looking at the various solutions, I think that's right, because it's actually that they always say there's this wonderful thing in Chinese where the character for adversity or tragedy or threat is also the same character for opportunity. And I think when we're looking at Envisionation, these various solutions, we're bridging the gap, aren't we? We're bridging the gap between the technology, the solution providers, and those who want to invest. And the way that we're doing that is to flatten the learning curve, talk about what's possible, and let's have a look at those sort of technologies and how people can benefit, not just benefit the planet, but also benefit financially from that.
Envisionation is all about opportunity. That's what we're offering to people who want to come and do business with us.
Fantastic. And as always, if you want to find out more, if you'd like to get in touch, go along to envisionation.org. More solutions are highlighted there. And if you get in touch, we can go into much greater detail about those opportunities. But for now, Sev, thank you very much for joining us.
Thanks again. Bye.